looking back at my notes. So what I do is as you know, we do the practice and then I reflect and then I don't look at it. And then so when I'm sitting here, I'm looking at last week and I'm like, oh, this is interesting. So it becomes new again. So last week, this is what I wrote. So the title was "They're Up Against What You're Up Against," and the two concepts for me was my journey and your journey. And the only thing that I came up in my mind was my journey is red, your journey is black, and then we have all these blinking or these stars around the two journeys. Doing this gives me a little bit of insight into what is going on with me. Yes. Okay, so today it's August 7th. The reading I chose the title is Moving Beyond Self-Protection. Moving beyond self-protection. We think that by protecting ourselves from suffering, we are being kind to ourselves. The truth is, we only become more fearful, more hardened, and more alienated. We experience ourselves as being separate from the whole. This separateness becomes like a prison for us. A prison that restricts us to our personal hopes and fears and to caring only for the people nearest to us. Curiously enough, if we primarily try to shield ourselves from discomfort, we suffer. Yet, when we don't close off and we let our hearts break, we discover our kinship with all beings. Okay. Okay, so from this passage, we're going to pick two concepts to work with. So she's talking about heartbreak and shielding. So maybe those are the two images or the two concepts. So I can shield my heart, or I can let my heart break. Okay, so maybe it's shielding and heartbreak. Maybe those are the two concepts. You can do what I do, or you can pick your own concepts to work with. Okay, so finding your seat, sitting up tall. Starting by moving the feet, looking at your toes, looking at your heels. Noticing the connection or sensing the connection between the soles of the feet and the earth. And then as we're moving the feet, bring your awareness to your breathing. Notice the inhale, notice the exhale. And then come to neutral. Find the two sitting bones and imagine that the two sitting bones represent the two concepts. So one is shielding and one is a heartbreak. So one is shielding and one is heartbreak. Shielding the heart or allowing the heart to break. Shield, break. And then finding yourself back to neutral again. Maybe use your fingers to gently find the crown of the head. Imagine how you're using your fingers to open up the Sushumna. And inside that Sushumna, imagine how breath is traveling, something that's constantly there. The part of you that never disappears is always there. Allow the breath to move up and down your Sushumna. That's the permanent part of you. Okay, and then place your hands on your knees and then start the cat-cow movement. So waking up and keeping the physical and the spiritual spine flexible. And then add the breathing. So maybe exhale as you round. Inhale into the back bend. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Last exhale. And then back to neutral. And then look at your hands and then blinking, bubbling stars. So maybe all beings, including little Ginger, is a blinking, bubbling star. Blinking, bubbling stars all the way up. Clasp the hands, turn them over, straighten the elbows. Breathe. Into the nose and out to the mouth. And then reach and reach and reach and reach, and then turn and open up, look behind you. So maybe think about a time in the past when you shielded your heart, when you put out a shield to not suffer. And what happened? And then release, and then lift the shoulders a few times. Look at your fingers. Maybe imagine all beings, humans, dogs, cats, animals, maybe plants, I don't know, that we're all made out of stardust. Clasp the hands the way that feels funny. Turn them over, straighten the elbows, breathe. Into the nose, out to the mouth. And then reach and reach and reach and reach. Turn, open up, look behind you. And then maybe think about a time in the past when you allowed your heart to break. And what happened then? And then release. Lift the shoulders a few times. Maybe roll them. And then coming up to cactus. Okay, so the two concepts, that there's a part of us that shields and there's a part of us that opens up to allow heartbreak. So, and usually we have a pattern. So think about yourself. Do you usually shield or do you usually open up? So that's the pattern we have. So swimming with the current, that's easy. And then sometimes if we're looking for a change, what do I need? Then we have to do something that's not familiar. And what would that be for you? That's swimming against the current. Okay, and then release. And then letting the two concepts meet, the shielding and the breaking. The shielding and the breaking. So imagine the two concepts having a conversation. What would they say? What would the shielding part of you say to the breaking part? And then stay in that conversation, staying in that uncomfortable conversation between shielding and breaking. Breathe. And then try the other way. And then release. Okay, wide and stable stance. With a wide and stable stance, we can explore more parts of life. Blinking, bubbling stars all the way up, clasp the hand, turn them over. And just release down. Find your sitting bones. One is shielding, one is breaking. So moving all the way over to shielding. So how do we feel when we really shield? And then all the way over to breaking open. How do we feel when we allow the heart to break up, to break? So shielding, breaking, shielding, breaking. So starting to explore the black and white. And then explore all the other colors. What lies in between black and white? Okay, and then find your way back to neutral. Okay, we're going to paint a picture. So looking at your right hand, now think about shielding or protecting yourself from suffering. So so when that comes to mind, what color does that symbolize for you? So pick a color, dip your fingers in the paint, and then draw that image, the image of shielding or protecting yourself from suffering. So draw that image, draw that picture. And then release. And then moving all the way over to the other side. So now this time, think about when you allow your heart to break, what color comes to mind? Pick that color. Dip your fingers in the paint. What does the paint feel like? And then draw or paint that picture. So paint that picture when you allow your heart to break. And then release. Breathe. And then look at your toes. Actually, first we have to jump our feet together. Jump our feet together first, otherwise it's going to be tricky. Now look at your toes. Look at your toes. Open up the toes. Now we're going to write the story. We're going to use words this time. So dip your toes in ink, and we're going to write a story. The story when you're shielding your heart. When you're shielding your heart, what's the story? What's going on? What's happening when you're shielding your heart? And then step out wide, elbows to knees, fingertips together. Breathe. In through the nose, out through the mouth. And then release the hands down. Let the head be heavy. Inhale, come back up. Place the right foot on the left knee. Use your fingers to open up the toes. Open up the toes. Gently guide that knee out wide. Now stay where you are. Notice the tight spots. That's where the stories are stuck. Breathe into that tightness. Talk to the shield. What are you protecting? Release. Slide the knees together. Whatever leg is on top, that arm goes under. Give yourself a hug. And then find your way to your version of eagle posture. Okay, so this eagle is shielding, protecting itself from suffering. Look at it. What does it look like? How does it feel? What does it do? And then let that bird fly away, fly away, fly away, fly away. Okay, now look at your left toes. Now we're going to write the story about allowing the heart to break, allowing the heart to break. So dipping the toes in ink, and then write the story when you allow your heart to open up and break. Break open. How? What's going on? What's happening? What's the situation? And then step out wide, elbows to knees, fingertips together. Breathe. Inhale through the nose. Exhale through the mouth. Now place the left hand on the floor. That's your stability. And the right hand on the right knee. Inhale to lengthen the spine. Exhale, look up towards the sky. Inhale to lengthen. Exhale, push into both hands to come a little deeper into the twist. So as we twist, we see new things. We get new perspective. Maybe allow that top arm to come up. What do you see? And then bring the top arm down. Thread the needle to the opposite ankle. Walk the left hand forward. Look up under your armpit. What do you see? Inhale, come back to neutral. Now place the right hand on the floor. That's your stability. Left hand on the left knee. Inhale to lengthen the spine. Exhale, look up towards the sky. Inhale to lengthen. Exhale, push into both hands. Come a little deeper into the twist. What do you see? What do you see? Maybe let the top arm come up. And then let the top arm come down. Thread the needle to the opposite ankle. Walk the right hand forward. Look up towards the sky. Inhale, come back to neutral. And then release. Place the left foot on the right knee. Use your fingers to open up the toes. Gently guide that left knee out wide. Now find the tightness. So somewhere in your body, we all have it. We all have it. Somewhere in your body, you're going to find tightness. So imagine that as something you are shielding. So asking yourself, what am I shielding? What am I protecting? What is it? What lies behind that shield? And release, slide the knees together. Whatever leg is on top, that arm goes under. Give yourself a hug. And then find your way to eagle. Okay, is this eagle's heart is broken. So look at it. What happened? How does it feel? And then release that image or let that bird fly away. Okay, with a wide and stable stance, blinking, bubbling stars all the way up, clasp the hands, turn them over. Now your arms are wings and your fingers are feathers. Now spread your wings wide, and then go out flying. Go out flying anywhere in the world, anywhere in the world. You can go anywhere, anywhere. And then turn the palms up. Exhale, dive deep. Inhale up. Exhale down. One more time. Inhale up. And this time, exhale. And then bring the arms behind you. Hold on to opposite elbows. Okay. Now in the shoulders. There's tightness somewhere in your wings or shoulders. There's something, so usually in the shoulders, it's about speaking the truth. And we start by speaking the truth to ourselves. So maybe find some tightness. And what is it that you're not telling yourself? What is it that you're shielding from yourself? And then release your right hand, shake it up, bring it up and over. Maybe placing the hand behind your heart and heal. Use your own hands to heal the stories from the past. And then release. And then shake out the left arm. Bring it up and over. Try to place that hand somewhere behind your upper shoulders or your back of your heart. And then use your own hand. Use your own hand to heal any stories from the past. And then release, shake it out. Okay, now we're going to build strength, building strength in our legs. Bring the heels a little closer. Big inhale, exhale, and then 10, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Shake it out. One more time. Inhale, exhale. And I'll pick the same number. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and 0. Okay. Now sit here for a while. Take a few breaths. And then when you're ready, take a big inhale. Exhale. Come all the way up. If you feel dizzy, place the hands on the chair. And breathe a few times. And then bend the knees and come up to standing. If you feel dizzy, you do the same thing again. Okay. Now starting with breath of joy, starting out here. Inhale 3, exhale 1. Inhale 1, 2, 3, exhale. Inhale 1, 2, 3, exhale. Inhale 1, 2, 3, exhale. And then let the arms go. Just let the arms go. Let the arms go. And using your knees. Letting the two concepts meet. To allowing the shield and the heartbreak to meet, having a quick conversation, and then finding the position of power. Position of power. Place your hands on your own solar plexus. That's the position of power in the body. Breathe into it. Breathe into it. Exhale, open up. Inhale into your center of power. Exhale, open up. Inhale. Exhale, open up. Stay there. Stay there. Stay open. And place your hands back on your hips, and then building external support. So where is your external support? And where could you use more? And then lean and lift. So how do we build external support? And then to the other side. Yeah, how do we build the external support that we need? And then when we know how, we do it. We take a skillful action, which is trying our best, and then try again and again and again. Okay. Now we're going to push something away to allow something else to come in to create balance. So if you want to, you can use the two concepts. So maybe your pattern is that you're shielding all the time. Or maybe your pattern is that you're always completely heartbroken. So whatever it is, push away what you usually do to allow something else to come in to create balance. So push away what you do too much of. Okay, so pick something, give it a shape, form, color, texture, and then push that away. Push it away. Push it away. Push it away. And it's going to try to sneak back in again. And then push it away, and you are winning. You are winning. You are going to go out as the victory. with victory. And then you might need to add some kicking. And then eventually something else has taken that space and you have created balance. Okay, and let's celebrate that balance with sun salutations. 3. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, up and over. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, fold. Inhale all the way back up. Exhale down the midline. That was 1. 2 more. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, up and over. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, fold. Inhale all the way back up. Exhale down the midline. Last one. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, up and over. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, fold. Inhale all the way back up. Exhale down the midline. And then stay there holding your own heart in between your hands with self-love and self-compassion. And release. Okay, big toes to touch, heels slightly apart. Stepping back to warrior 1. Inhale to chair, exhale to Anjali Mudra. Transfer the weight, right heel comes off, take a big step back. With a wide and stable stance, we can build warrior 1. Coming into warrior 1, observe without judgment. Am I shielding or am I breaking open? Release the arms into your back pockets. Bring your awareness to your heart. How does it feel? Transfer the weight forward, moving into warrior 3. Finding the balance between shielding and breaking open. And then find your way back to Tadasana. Inhale to chair, exhale to Anjali Mudra, transfer the weight, left heel comes off, take a big step back. Create a stable foundation and then move in to warrior 1. What does warrior 1 do? Observes without judgment. Release the arms out wide. Please place your hands in your back pockets. Allow the elbows to move closer to each other. Bring your awareness to your heart space. Now, allow the heart to lead. Allow the heart to lead and the mind to follow. And then find your way back to Tadasana. Okay, stepping back to warrior 2. Inhale to chair, exhale to Anjali Mudra. Transfer the weight, right heel comes off. Take a big step back, finding warrior 2. One arm in the past, the other one in the future. Flip the front and reverse the warrior. Bring your awareness to your left side. Find any tightness. What are you shielding? What are you protecting there? Moving into the future. Back to warrior 2. Hands on your hips, straighten the front knee, release the hand down for Trikonasana. Let the top arm come up. Rebend the front knee one more time into warrior two. Place your hands on the chair. There's no rush. And then transfer the weight. Pick up that back foot for Ardha Chandrasana. And then slowly move back to mountain posture. Okay, let's try the other side. Inhale to chair, exhale to Anjali Mudra. Transfer the weight, step back. One arm in the past, the other one in the future, and you are right here in the present moment. Flip the front hand, reverse the warrior. Bring awareness to the right side of your body. Find the tightness. What are you protecting? What are you protecting yourself from? Moving into the future. Coming back to warrior two. Hands on your hips, straighten the front knee, release the hand down. Maybe bring the gaze up, top arm up, Trikonasana. Hand comes down, gaze comes down, rebending that front knee, finding warrior two one more time. Place the hands on the chair. And then transfer the weight forward, moving into Ardha Chandrasana. And then slowly coming back to mountain posture. Okay, tree posture, starting at the top of the mountain. Drop the seat, transfer the weight, and then build your tree or grow your tree. And then eventually the tree is going to get old and it's time to go back home to stardust. And then there's another seed, transfer the weight and start building another tree. Allow the tree to grow big and wide, experiencing the world, and then old, and then back to earth and into stardust. Okay, feet a little wider than your hips, spread the toes, hands on the chair, release the knees, close. Pick the color of shielding. Pick the color of shielding. Big circle, big circle. Give the heel a dot. Now pick the color of heartbreak. Heartbreak. Big circle. Give the heel a dot. Now mix the two. Mix the two. Two big circles. Place your hands in your back pockets. Or if you want to, you can put the hands on your heels for the camel. Lengthen the spine, come back up, untuck the toes, and then find your way to child's posture. Inhale up, and then create that stable support that works. Tuck the toes, lean into that support. And then come into dolphin. Stay in the water for a while. And then bend the knees and come up onto land again. Okay. Okay. So let's listen to the words of Pema again and see what she says. Or rather see what we hear this time. Moving beyond self-protection. We think that by protecting ourselves from suffering, we're being kind to ourselves. The truth is, we only become more fearful, more hardened, and more alienated. We experience ourselves as being separate from the whole. This separateness becomes like a prison for us, a prison that restricts us to our personal hopes and fears and to caring only for the people nearest to us. Curiously enough, if we primarily try to shield ourselves from discomfort, we suffer. Yet, when we don't close off and we let our hearts break, we discover our kinship with all beings. Okay. So we have about 7-8 minutes. So sit up tall, find your seat, and then bring your awareness to your breathing. And then I'll be quiet for about 7-8 minutes. Here we go. Wiggle your fingers, wiggle your toes, move your head from side to side. Take a deep breath in. Let it go. Bring your hands to Anjali Mudra, holding your own heart in between your hands with self-love and self-compassion. Maybe bow your head in gratitude for this practice, thousands of years old. Thank your inner guide, your past, present, and future teachers, and all the people that are joining you on this journey. Open your eyes, raise your gaze, and thank you so much for practicing together once again. Namaste. Okay, now guys, so the title was Moving Beyond Self-Protection, and the two concepts that I picked was shield or shielding and heartbreak. You can do those two, or you can pick something else. Yeah. And then I'm going to spend some time on the couch over there and just see what comes up. And little by little, I actually find it pretty interesting to go back and see what happened. It's almost like a little diary that I can put somewhere.